Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the Chris Gethard Show podcast. It's really cool that you're checking this out.
We're about to do, I think, the dumbest show we've done in years.
His life would be trash! Hey, you better believe I'm trashed.
We are scrappy trash people.
What's the point of this show? I just turned it on.
We've always been with this show.
We've always been trash people. We will always be trash people.
It's true.
This doesn't feel real.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to We Are Trash People, live from my grandmother's basement. I'm Emily Pineapple.
And I'm Forrest, keeper of the Canon.
And we do something every week at this time related to the world of Planet Scum. Thank you, Horde Jedi. And friends, many of you were here with us last week when we put in a full work day making a zine together, and we did it, and we finished it. Where's the zine?
It's out, I think out there. So let me go grab it.
We absolutely printed out and folded this zine. It was 8 hours, Blogtoven. It was literally 8 hours, a full work day. Hell yes, Stephen Premel! Hell yes. Well, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing trivia. Cause yeah, last week was pretty fucking exhausting, but so much fun. For those who weren't there, what we did was we created that's right, a collage machine.
Collage zine.
But we
This
used
is
a
actually a
collage
slightly
machine, which
before
was
final
Forrest.
draft. Yeah, I was the collage machine.
Forrest was the collage machine.
And the chat wrote things out based on words that we clipped out from magazines, and in some cases, letters we clipped out from magazines.
And even sent in many of them. For example, this cheese crime
Yes.
right here.
This cheese crime was sent in. This cursed cat was sent in.
Cursed cat, for sure.
Yeah, that was
That
only
was
a week ago.
a week ago. Am I right?
I
Do
do
you
remember Kermit was here to dance.
Oh, I do. And I used to have it. I'm
Yeah.
looking over here because I used to have it up on that.
And I think it fell off that pinboard.
I have no idea where any of our things
Thank you,
are.
Stephen Premel. But
Oh
you know
my
why?
gosh.
It's not a problem that we don't know where it is, because
Why?
you can go to wearetrashpeople.com and print it out yourself right in the comfort of your own home.
Right in that comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
Which is hopefully comfortable.
Oh, that's an
Happy.
assumption. That's true.
That is. What are prizes?
Like, as a concept, or
Yeah, in general, as a concept, as a mode of what? Like payment? Like game show
or are you
style?
wondering what prizes you get for trivia today?
Nothing!
Nothing. The joy of victory.
You can also download the zine.
This should be your first print.
Ooh, absolutely. Wait, show the back. Show the back. No, the back.
Oh,
So the best part about this zine, it is a single piece of 8.5 by 11 paper.
and we have a video showing you how to fold it in the post about
We
each of
do?
the zines. Yeah.
Oh,
We didn't
cool.
make it, but the Oregonian had a nice one that I used to fold this zine.
It's like, I don't remember doing that, but look at the back. Yes. Isn't that incredible?
Yes, it's a Godzilla we clipped out, a Butterbeer sent in, of course,
An explosion.
come on. The
that we
Butterbeer was sent
clipped
in
out.
by Sky, by the way. And then it's a explosion that we cut out, a message from Alice that was a poem Alice wrote when
In the
she
middle
was
of the
asleep.
night.
And then, of course, 1B BBR, single walk runs. Great.
Incredible.
X-Wing pilot
X-Wing
Rex.
pilot ship for
Oh.
his pilot Rex.
So-
Oh, it's little Rex.
It's Butterbeer being burned.
being burned.
As a metaphor.
For fuck J.K. Rowling.
Right. Also, yeah.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, Horde.
Hell yeah! But this is a brand new week, friends. A week!
Exactly. That's why.
A week! Probably one of the best weeks
also
that
the
we're ever
cat's
gonna
here.
have. You can't tell because he is the same color as his little house.
But take our word for it, the cat is there.
Look, he's there. He moved. Can you see that he moved?
You can
Look
see
at
his
the
little
paw.
paw.
Look at the little paws. Oh my god. The Spider-Man newspaper boss? But why?
Studio cat.
Studio cat. Friends, this I think, however, is probably the best week ever. Why?
Why?
It's Facts Week. That's right.
That's right. Today is fax and it's also
and
mail week. But what you can do now is still send in faxes.
Yes.
And you can do it from your computer. You don't need a fax machine
No, you don't.
to send in those faxes.
No, you don't.
So keep that in mind.
You can email those in. That's all going to be happening on Planet Scum Live tonight. I'm so excited. It's also going to be the first night we're going to be able to watch together. Is that true?
I don't know if it's true. Who knows if it's true or not? I may have to do things. I don't know. There might be stuff to work on. You never know.
We never know. You never know. But in any case...
I don't try to predict the chaos that is Planet Scum Live anymore.
But in any case, yay! Welcome to We Are Trash People. We do bits. We read tarot, and we are going to be doing trivia. That's right. So let's go ahead and get started with our very first bit of the night. That's right. It's tarot time, where I give us a general reading for the week from this beautiful Planet Scum themed tarot deck designed by our very own Stephen Premel. And I did not take any of the explanations out, the explanation cards, so hopefully I won't pull those.
I mean,
in this reading, good luck to Jess.
yes, Jess will be the one pushing the buttons tonight. So good luck to Jess.
Good luck to Jess. Beep those boops.
But I agree that the chaos is what makes it so fun.
It's true. Chaos reigns. That's right.
Chaos
Chaos
reigns.
So let's pull our first card. This card is our general card. It's giving us our overview, our theme, so to speak, for the week. And that card is... Bam! Again! The game! Again! We have pulled up the game in like every single week.
Wow, yeah, the game comes up a lot.
It comes up so much. The game is the game of life, okay? We got all these weird sphinxes about... Are they telling riddles? Probably.
Oh yeah,
Is
our
this
stream,
game rigged?
also the stream literally froze for a second when you pulled the card, so that
Wow.
seems significant.
Wow.
Yeah, that was not on your end. I can see it in our stream health. It had a big spike downwards.
Is that Michael Myers on the card? Well,
Let's zoom in.
it might just be... No, that's totally Jersey Dave.
No, it's Jersey Dave and it's Martin.
But, yeah, this game... Oh, heck! Y'all, I have been looking for this single black rhinestone for like 15s of minutes.
15s?
15s. If you probably can't see, but on my little bat wings, I put, you know, little sequins.
Oh, yeah.
And on this side, it's all black and then a gray one. And on this side, it's black and then 2 purple ones. Because I thought I had lost these ones, but no, they were just on my hand. It is funnier to wait until the show to do a live fax. I think that's going to be hilarious, just hearing it continually going off. But check this out. It's the game.
The game.
Which we have taken to mean the game of life.
Yeah.
You know, the game we're all kind of thrown into. You never know when you're going to get a Jersey Dave Devil or just something else. And what we've been taking this to mean the past couple weeks is capitalism.
Yeah.
That's
been
right.
the big theme of that.
We're all fighting. We're all trying to find a modicum of personal freedom within the system that we are born into. And I've been thinking a lot about systems. So let's see what the rest of the cards do to illuminate our theme of the week.
Ooh.
Let's look at our worst case scenario. Let's look at the bad side of this spread. What we have is the things getting in our way, our obstacles, our stumbling blocks this week. And it's the facilitator. Interesting. Ooh. The facilitator is going to be getting in our way of our goals. And I wonder if this means that the thing that we are, either the thing we are choosing to help us reach our goals, or the goals themselves aren't the best for us. Like if you are, let's say, just pulling out of my back pocket, maybe you're consuming like a lot of drugs to get your work done. Maybe those drugs aren't that damaging to you. Maybe they're just like weed. But maybe you're smoking a little bit too much of it this week. Maybe what's facilitating you is a stressful idea or a stressful sort of conception. So like fear, perhaps, like, oh, I need to get all my work done this week, otherwise I'm gonna lose my job. So technically that fear is facilitating you getting your work done, but it sucks. It shouldn't. It gets in the way, you know? Brings you down. So let's see what our worst case scenario for the week is. The law!
Ooh.
The law! Once again, this is based on the Hanged Man. We have our lawman upside down, tied to this random pole, and though he has an epiphany, you see his little halo, he's still all bound up. He's still stuck in this position that he is in. And so that almost makes clear to me that, like, the problem is that you're still all tied up. We're still feeling tied up in the law, in the values, in the judgments, in the ways that we should be living our life that aren't really good for us. And the things that are facilitating us in terms of getting all this shit done and together aren't good, helpful things. They aren't things that are going to help get us down off of this tree. They might make hanging out on the tree a little easier. They might make you feel like less dizzy being upside down, you know. But you're still stuck to a tree. You're still stuck to a tree. And so I wonder if that means, you know, like anything you do to help you stay stuck to a tree isn't gonna be good for you. And that's not necessarily a situation you can get yourself out of all at once.
I'm meant
you
to
know?
highlight that one, yeah. I'm Not the Zodiac Killer has never felt more free, actually, because
I've hung from a lot of trees.
today
but just
they figured out who is the
ill-advised trees.
Yeah.
I have climbed a lot of trees I should not have climbed.
with what we need, which is we need some Mr. Rude and Christy energy for real.
That is absolutely true. So let's look at our good side of the week. Let's look at what we got going for us. These are our boons, okay? This is the shit we got in our corner helping us with whatever our goals are. The Queen!
Ooh, oh.
Look at that! Look at that queen right there!
I'm gonna stop doing
She's
that,
got
Joe.
a cat. She's got these fantastic phones. This is Jess. We got the queen. The queen represents the bitch who's got it all together. And the point of the phones and the gold color and all of this is the person who's in your corner for you, who's going to give you the advice and the perspective that you need. This sort of global, queen. They have to deal with an entire friggin' kingdom. Mm-hmm. They have a different view of the entire system that everyone is stuck within. And we are lucky enough to have this person in our lives. A person to listen to us, to give us advice, to help us actually find how to get down off of this tree. That's right, Jess. You are the queen. All right? We all have someone in our lives or a thing in our lives. Maybe it's your journal. Maybe it's like the way that you sit down and you need time to process your feelings, to process your plans, this and that. Like, perhaps the queen is taking a walk by yourself with a podcast. Maybe it's taking a bath. Maybe this is a person. Maybe this is your mom or your BFF or a mentor who you can call and talk to unravel these things. What a powerful thing to have in our corner.
Yeah.
Right? And here's our best case scenario for the week. What? It's joy!
Wow, one of
Look
the
at
two
this!
things the Premal said we needed.
It's
I'm sorry, the
joy!
Jess. And Jess is actually the one who said we needed Christy energy, and we got Jess and Christy.
Wow.
That's
it's
powerful.
Joy is just, it's friggin' joy. It's that whichever keeps us above the mire and the muck. It's choosing what we want to believe in, choosing what our values are, with this lovely bird typically representing, hell yes! Fuck those people.
You don't need
Get
them on your
off
doorstep.
Of your fucking
That's
doorstep.
not where they
Look
belong.
At them. They came to your doorstep being like, can we facilitate in you remaining as you are a cog in a machine that feeds the global wheels of capitalism? Like, can you do that for us? And you're like, hey, bud, should I do that? And we're like, bitch, no. And you're like, bitch, no! I am happy in my home without all of these people.
That's literally what they were saying to Alice.
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
They're like, hey, could we just, like, I don't know, continue to benefit from your systemic oppression? Like, can we just keep you a cog in the system that upholds global capitalism?
Oh, wow.
What the hell? Were these people trying to convert you to a particular belief system?
Were they trying to sell
or
Cutco
sell
knives?
something to you? Yeah, were they trying to sell Cutco knives?
Or LuLaRoe?
LuLaRoe.
Or
You can do LuLaRoe door to door.
you easily could.
Some side kind of
okay.
scam around the water department.
Oh,
So
the power company,
almost
yeah.
literally, people coming to your door being like, don't you want to help the planet?
I like that for some reason I assumed it was WordPress. I just saw WP and I'm like, that must be WordPress.
WordPress!
It must be-
WordPress is coming
Yeah.
door to door!
Must be real aggressive WordPress pitch people.
They're like, too many people are using Wix.com.
There's too many WYSIWYG editors. Exactly. You are right. That's why I was so surprised.
Yeah. And so I think what this is saying to me so far is we're sort of looking at what our ultimate goals are, and often that is somewhere in between being an unwitting or unwilling tool of the system, much like the law, who's a bailiff, but like that's basically a cop. And joy, personal joy and personal freedom. The world has already downloaded us with all sorts of bullshit programming to help us get this shit done. It downloads fear, like fear of loss of status or home or family. It's downloaded us with ambition. But perhaps by telling us like, oh, well, if you just achieve this next promotion, if you achieve this sales goal, you will achieve.
Oh. Bye, Lindsay. Thanks
Bye,
for joining
Lindsay.
us.
Joy! Joy is what you will achieve. But that's not true. That's not necessarily true. That might all be serviced to the game. Instead, we are lucky enough to call upon the people who we care about, to really tap into what our true values are. And that will lead us to joy, like this sort of deep existential joy, which unfortunately has to come from things we choose ourselves. Despite what others might tell you, there's no book or anything that's just like, do these things and you will achieve existential fulfillment.
It's true.
There's plenty of fucking books about it, but talk to Jess. Talk to Jess about that first. Talk to Jess before you buy anything. Alice, good looking out, being like, y'all are here saying you're gonna facilitate. Actually, I'm gonna come talk to Jess and find true joy.
There is one book, though, that will bring you existential fulfillment.
What?
And that's Lose Well by Chris Gether.
Please repeat since no pausing.
Oh, they had to go to the bathroom, and so they asked us to pause.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. J.D. Smith, digital artist. We've come to the conclusion of fuck capitalism. Let's look at what our advice is. Our advice towards working towards that emotional fulfillment instead of just sort of retreating back into something where, like, look, like, he's tied up. He's not really holding this position. It's not a comfortable position. But
he doesn't
have to hold himself up.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's
holding yourself up.
fucking hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than just, like, as, you know, deciding, like, oh, no, I'll just get a job and I will work my way up the corporate ladder and that will bring me happiness. Not speaking from experience. Feels like it's easy, but it's not sustainable for everyone. And look at what our advice is. Look at what our advice is. The judge. Only you can be the judge of what is important to you and your life, to what is helpful and good for yourself, for your health, for your life. No one else can give you that information.
No.
This judge is cocky as shit. She's got the scales behind her back. You know why? Because she decides what is justice, okay? She's got her excellent sword. She's cutting down that curtain. She sees through all. And that's you! You are sassy. You know what's best for you. You know that feeling of like, yeah, this is fucking right.
Yeah.
Like, this is the right move.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yes.
I like that.
Search for that. Look for that right. Look for that feeling. Reach out to trusted people who only care about you, who don't want to use you for anything. And that's the point of the gold. You can put gold in food and you won't taste it because it has no taste. So why are we putting it in food? I don't know.
Good question.
Probably capitalism. One of tens of copies. I think what's also interesting about the facilitator is, you know, this person is helping you with a specific goal. This Who Wants 269, which is mirrored in our wheel of life, in our overall system. This person isn't trying to just give you advice or help you out and leave you to find your own goals. Like, they have an aim. They have a desired outcome. Right. And that might not be what's best for you. Look out for yourself. Try and find your joy, your bliss. I feel like this is a little bit non-specific.
It's in terms of, in what way? Just the overall message, or
I just see this wheel and all I can think about is capitalism.
I mean, that's definitely the reading that you've been leaning into recently. I think it makes sense, but I think it also could be, not to just make it less specific, but I think it can also be broader, even among, you know, bigger than only specifically capitalism, because it's just sort of the natural, inherent sort of
up and
down of life and the sufferings that can come with it, not just the ones that capitalism leans into and makes way worse than they need to be.
But you gotta always remember, there's lots of people around you.
Yeah.
And some of them have goals for you, and some of them don't, but only you can be the judge. That was tarot.
Jas agrees. Sounds like capitalism to Jas.
Sounds like capitalism. It just
But-
kind of sounds like capitalism. Yeah. It sounds a little bit like capitalism. When I'm going to do this reading from the perspective of, like, being a feudal peasant in, like, the early feudal states of the Middle Ages and just be like, this wheel represents the king!
It represents
Church!
the ruler God chose. I don't know why, but
But they did!
they did.
And
And we're stuck with them.
nothing I can do about that. Heck yeah! So now let's move on to our second bit of the day. Before we
Oh,
get...
and tell time.
It's show and tell time! And boy, do I have a show and tell for you.
Do you?
That's right. It's
It was
satanic feminism.
in the background the whole time.
It was here the whole time. Satanic feminism. That's right. And the witchcraft of the resistance. This is by S. Katz and was produced by Silver Sprocket and Pretty Boy Zines, which is, yes, the clues were there all along. This is a really adorable little thing that I picked up because when I opened it, it was also $6.66. Because when I opened it to this essay with Baphomet right here. And you know what it says?
the ceremony's Baphomet.
Hex the binary. Baphomet as a non-binary icon. Hell yeah!
But also, while we're doing this show and tell, you can join our Kahoot by going to Kahoot.it and using the Kahoot app and entering room code 858-4468. Ooh, Horde is making goat and demon horns right now
Yes!
as she watches.
I'll read you a selection. Baphomet is such an underrated non-binary icon. The history of Baphomet is muddled and confusing. Basically, the Knights Templar got in big trouble for worshipping a false idol during the medieval era. Many scholars believe that it was just a mispronunciation or miscommunication of Muhammad, aka they got in trouble because they were making money off of pilgrims, and the church was like, but I want that money. You're an Islam. And then killed them. But then this idol, this specific one, reappeared in 1856 in the French occultist Eliaf. Is that how you say this name?
What name?
Eliphas.
Where is it here?
Elias,
I would.
Levy's book, Transcendental
Eliphas.
Magic. Now, that particular book, and Eliphas Levy is like a huge figure in modern occultism and mysticism, and everyone should heavily remember that this individual sort of came out of nowhere, obsessed with other white European dudes who suddenly have like all these really strange ideas, like meditation and like all these symbols and things from the far mysterious East.
And this is the Instagram of the person who created the zine.
Yeah. Just to be...
Yeah.
I've read a lot about, like, you know... not transcendentalism.
Not transcendentalism?
Theosophy!
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Theosophy, and a lot of it is just random white Europeans in the 18-whatevers repackaging just all sorts of random shit that they picked up from all over the globe, repackaged it to sell things, primarily, and with a lot of added racism.
Yeah, Theosophy did that a lot.
Just a lot of added like really racist shit that later the Nazis were like, oh look, that racist shit.
But here's the cool art by the person who made, like, look at this. These are some sketchbook pages.
Yeah. This illustration, which to this day is the most famous, is the perfect expression and celebration of contrast, balance, and opposites. On each arm are the Latin words solve, or separate, and coagula, for joined together. Baphomet has 2 fingers pointing skyward and 2 downwards. So there's a lot of binary opposites, and this particular figure has been repurposed a lot by the modern Satanic Temple.
Yes.
Who uses it to fight fucking oppression.
Yeah, they use it to protest, like,
Abortion laws?
well, in violation of freedom of religion laws as well.
Like
By
how
building giant-
abortion restrictions absolutely violate the freedom of not only, like, atheism and, like, or whatever religion, but straight up Judaism.
There was also a court that was going to put a statue of the 10 Commandments in front of it, and so they said, well, if you do that, you have to put our giant statue of Baphomet
Hell yeah.
in front of it as well.
Hell yeah. And so this is really cool, and I love sort of rethinking about this particular image, which has gone through a lot of formats throughout history, now being used to fight for religious freedom and to protect people from religious oppression.
And to commemorate guessing the last item in the box.
And to commemorate that.
Or all of the items.
There's also some fun stuff in here, like a ring of salt for protection against toxic masculinity. Hell yes. There's also toxic femininity, discussions about that and about how that means TERF ideology. We need to be fucking aware of that, as well as white feminism. Casting spells in the reclamation of language, which is really fun. It's an essay about reclaiming various words and how that isn't for everyone, about how various people within the resistance generally think about that and work with that. I think it's fantastic. I think there's so many, I know, right? So many interesting concepts just explored. They use a lot of quotes from a lot of different individuals, often with sort of different conceptions of the topic at hand, to show that when you're thinking about spirituality, witchcraft, and your life, your modern life as a political human, which is we all are, unfortunately, or not necessarily, unfortunately, but it's really interesting. I like it a lot. Intersectional Satanists for the win. It gave me a lot of great things to think about. Here, concluding thoughts. 1, question everything. 2, the only time not all men is a valid statement is when saying not all men have XY chromosomes. Truth. Feel power in standing up for yourself and or others against oppressive individuals and organizations, but also feel power in saving your emotional and physical energy for next time. Balancing knowing when it's important to be a good ally and when you're on the verge of burnout from defending yourself against bigots. Never stop challenging the system. People will try to police your body, your voice, your actions, and everything you do. They'll tell you that any act that isn't submission is an act of violence. Just tell them that maybe it's time we give violence a chance. Which I love. Being an ally sometimes means sitting down and shutting the fuck up. ACAB and the prison system is legalized slavery, literally. Reform isn't always the answer, especially when the entire system is broken. Sometimes it has to be destroyed and begun again. Being anti-fascist...
No, being anti-fascist is what that says.
I was about to question the rest of the sentence based on that. Being anti-fascist is just being fascist with extra steps. Being anti-Black Lives Matter is just not caring about Black lives with extra steps. Being anti-feminist or even forcefully using terms such as I'm an egalitarian to avoid calling yourself a feminist is just hating women with extra steps. Pink pussy hats are problematic for many reasons, including not all pussies are pink, not all women have pussies, and it belittles feminism down to anatomy, which is some white turf bullshit. JK Rowling. Performative hashtag feminism isn't enough for many reasons, including you're marching on stolen land, true. Trans women of color have a life expectancy of 35, not okay. And more terrible statistics that I am not gonna say because they're easy to look up, and I think you should all check it out in here. Men's rights. This person's just having a lot of fun. MRAs are toxic and shitty. And
Hello, beautiful city.
hello.
Should we get going to trivia? Because we're about 40 minutes into the show.
We are. But check out these references and recommendations. Witches, Sluts, and Feminists by Kristen Solly. Antifa by Mark Bray.
Oh, Alice
The End
points
of
out that the
Policing.
stat about POC trans women has been disputed.
Hell yeah.
So good to know.
Good to know. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who is this person again? Let's pull them up because I was not paying attention.
Okay.
I'm so
we
sorry.
really have to get to trivia, too.
We gotta get to trivia.
But I'll pull up that person.
But everyone should check them out. S-Cats.
They're Instagram.com/prettyboy with an I zines.
And they have some other ones that are really cute, just sort of like amalgamations of like food for thought. It's the kind of thing that I would bring to a book club and discuss with people. Oh, I love those lighters, and I love that safety pin top. I have been wanting to make one of those. Yeah. Hell yes. So yeah, check them out. Buy their stuff. Think about all of these various ways that we have used symbols historically and currently and how we can fight oppression with them.
And also think about how you're going to answer our trivia and go to Kahoot.it or use the Kahoot app and enter room code 8584468. It'll keep scrolling across the bottom of the screen if you need to join late after we get started. Just like wolf emoji, fox emoji, cat emoji, cat emoji, cat emoji, square? Yes. And Jas, and Hordimon Jedi, and Bapho Malice, Single Fax Run, and Doofus Clon. And Pineapple is going to be playing along with you and is in the process of joining right now. Pam! Hello, Pam. Hello, Pineapple, Pineapple.
It's me!
I think that's you.
Pineapples. Pam!
Oh, it's supposed to be a black cat at the end. I see.
Oh.
I think, yeah, my browser's just not rendering it.
It's just showing a
square
black box.
for me for some reason. But everyone's in. But if you're not in, you still have plenty of time to join because there's 20 questions. And so without further ado, let's...
Wait, can we reread one of these articles from this satanic feminist?
No. It's very good info, but we really have to go. This isn't... And let me clarify one thing. This is in no way... My desire to move on is in no way a statement on the content of that zine, and just that I have 20 questions to get through and a pretty hard out. So let's get started.
I just say these things to see the look on your face when
I know you
say
do.
them.
Oh, I know you do. I just wanted to, I didn't think I was informing you of that. I was just making sure the audience knew. Hello, beautiful city.
To the surprise of no one, I'm a tricksy bitch.
And I'm a tricksy trivia master in Kahoot. So here we go. Our question 1 in 3, 2, 1. True or false? Beyonce appeared on the Chris Gethard Show episode Beyonce. Is that true or false? They did get some big celebrities over the course of the run. Like Diddy appeared on both the live show and the cable version. Bobby Moynihan appeared. I also miss Alyssa. All of you got it correct. That's false. The
Hell
guests on that
yeah.
episode were Alyssa and Connor Ratliff. You were correct, JD Smith, digital artist. It is false. Let's go to the leaderboard. Baffle Malice in first, Pam in second, Single Facts Run in third, Pineapple in fourth, Beautiful City in fifth, Kinclon. Not on the leaderboard, but I appreciate your priority.
We appreciate you. We appreciate your priorities.
I was not. Oh no.
Forrest just isn't about satanic
Emily.
feminism.
No. We're not starting that as a bit. I think it's a very good zine. I just have a heart out.
Then let's get to the next
So let's get to question number 2. Meg Stalter plays Kayla on which HBO show? Meg Stalter, of course, hosted the CGP episode Freak Fest along with Richie Owens. But does she play Kayla on Hacks, Mayor of Easttown, The Flight Attendant, or White Lotus? You answered. How confident do you feel about your answer?
Pretty not. Oh, and I should have not because
7 of you knew.
I was wrong.
It was Hack.
I thought it was Mayor of Easttown.
Meg is also on Mayor of Easttown.
But she doesn't play Kayla on it. To be fair, I do not know what that show is, and so I was guessing.
I would like to say I definitely knew that she was on Mayor of Easttown and didn't just learn that from Alice's comment. I definitely knew that.
Did you?
No, I had no idea. But the foxes and the cats are now in 4th place. I evidently also have pretty minimal knowledge about those things, Beautiful City, because I didn't realize Meg Stalter was on 2. Oh, Alice is wishing she was. Okay, thank goodness.
Is Mayor of Easttown good?
Also, I prepped these questions 2 weeks ago because of the big old trivia stream. So let's see if they hold up with question number 3. Who won Mary Houlihan's painting party's mock circle? Was that Mary Houlihan, Reed Pope, Tommy Squats, or Will Pope?
Or Whip?
Will Pope.
Will Pope. Will Pope. It is very, very good. Okay, cool.
It was Reed. 3 of you got it right. It was, in fact, Reed Pope. They were the one who won.
It was
the
a
circle.
Pope.
That's true. And you can follow them at Instagram.com/ourpopegram. They were one of the original contestants and won the whole game, which really matches up with the real circle, as does this, where we go to the leaderboard to see who is winning.
I'm back on the board!
Pineapple up in 4th. Otherwise, the leaderboard pretty static. I think you're doing great, JD Smith. You got that one half right, and that's half the battle. You know, that's what I say. And now, Emily, you okay?
I found another rhinestone.
Okay.
I found another rhinestone that I had lost.
Well, here's my question. The next question. What is the first decade you would have found Saturday Night Live on television?
Oh.
Was that the 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s, or the 1990s? Seen here, if it ever finishes loading, is a television. I swear it's a TV if it finishes. I swear. Everyone got it right. It was the 1970s. Specifically, it was 1975. But as we've talked about before in this trivia, it premiered as NBC Saturday Night and didn't get the SNL title until 1977. But on the latest episode, Planet Scum Live guest Sarah Squirm joined the cast, which is pretty wild.
Hell yeah. You can see both of her sketches.
Yeah, they're
online.
on YouTube. They're both on the SNL YouTube channel.
And there should be more of her in it.
Yeah, I'm just watching I'm watching all the Sarah Squirm sketches I can find on the YouTube for SNL.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to do it.
It's a great way to consume any amount of SNL.
It's true.
The ones with her in it, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
You know
good.
what else is pretty good?
What?
The leaderboard. Pineapple has fallen off the leaderboard.
board.
Beautiful City and wolf emoji, fox emoji, cat emoji, cat emoji, cat emoji, cat emoji in 4th place, with Pam having a streak of 4 correct answers in a row and 2nd place. So pretty good. Let's see if that streak continues with question number 5. Who played the villainous Dark Moons? What a time for our stream to go down, but it looks like we're back. And by the time we got back, all of you had answered it. It's Rick Moranis, who's also in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Ghostbusters, but not on our leaderboard, unlike Baphomet, Alice, Pam, Single Facts, Run, Beautiful City, and all these emojis. Jazz Fatsu Montgomery had to refresh, so is now a full question behind and has been cursed by Feminist Satan.
Feminist Satan doesn't fuck around.
Oh, yes. He was also in Ghostbusters Part 2. And Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
And Honey, we Shrunk Ourselves.
Yes, exactly. He finishes his trilogies, you know? He never leaves a trilogy half done. I don't really have a segue. But here's question 6. On the TCGS episode, Loser is Still the New Nerd, comedian James Adomian appeared as Bernie Sanders, Jesse Ventura, Sebastian Gorka, or himself. Yes, he also has an album of... Rick Moranis also has an album of country songs about his mom.
Oh, okay.
6 of you got it right. The correct answer is Jesse Ventura, professional wrestler and governor of Minnesota. He played Bernie on the whole Trump v. Bernie tour. And he played Sebastian Gorka on Sandwich Night, where he burst in with a sword. It was very fun.
I guessed Bernie, and I was wrong.
It was a very fun Bernie. And Alice has received Blogtoven's fax, which is pretty incredible.
That's so cool.
Gorka! Leaderboard. Pam!
Whoa!
Now in first, 5 players have reached an answer streak of 3, and Horde Demon Jedi. I just got it. I thought it was a Pokemon thing. Horde Demon Jedi in 5th. Adomian's great though.
Yeah.
Adomian's he's so good. You know what else is so good?
What?
The subject of question number 7. Oh, this is him as Jesse Ventura. I forgot I had this screenshot. That was his makeup for Jesse. But now the next question. On September 18th, Riley and Elena went rogue and played which game? And that's September 18th, 2021. So it's a recent episode of Googie Morning. Did they play Baba Is You, Superliminal, Surviving Mars, or What the Golf?
I guessed, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it right.
So he played Surviving Mars on his own. And that was a great episode. I agree, Holly Goody. It's Baba Is You. Oh, and Alice saw James Adomian as Jesse Ventura once in New York at a Comedy Bang Bang show, which is very cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, Baba Is You seems to be a great game so far. Let's see who's in first place now. A leader is Pam.
Still Pam.
Single Facts Run in second. Emojis in third. Baphomet in fourth. Beautiful City in fifth. And Pam, in addition to the top of the podium so far, has a streak of 7 correct answers in a row, meaning Pam has aced every single question so far.
Wow.
Let's see if that continues with question number 8. Who played the Hint Master on Planet Scum Live and the Chris Gethard Show? Is that Drew Johnston, Josh Sharp, Noah Foreman, or the Master of Terror? I did love What the Golf, though.
That was fun. This week, it's
We haven't announced it.
We haven't announced it yet.
haven't
That's
announced
why I
anything yet.
stopped. That's why I stopped. Emily can keep secrets.
The 5 you got it right. It's Drew Johnston, who's also part of a great improv team. But fuck this
Yes. Fuck this
shit. With
shit.
Don Finelli.
And has a lot of cage match.
Great.
Cage match. Shows.
Very well filmed cage match shows, too. So check those out on YouTube if you want to see some more improv.
The fax machine is out of toner.
That's the thing about fax machines.
They run out of toner.
They can.
Ooh.
They very much can run out of toner. Let's see if it happens tonight. Just like we're about to see. Our leaderboard. Pam is still in first place and has still aced every single question. Emojis rising up in a second. Single Facts Run in third. Beautiful City in fourth. And who's that I see in fifth? Oh, it's Pineapple.
Hell yeah!
Let's see what the next question does to our leaderboard. Oh, that's question number 9. Weird Al's Star Wars parody song The Saga Begins appears on which album? Is that Bad Hair Day, Mandatory Fun, Running with Scissors, or Weird Al Yankovic in 3D?
I have literally no idea.
These are all real Weird Al albums. Weird albums, as I call them.
Weird albums. Yeah, no, I have literally no idea. That's what I guessed,
You were right.
too.
You were right, JD Smith, Digi Artist. As
Oh,
were
no,
you.
I didn't guess that.
Oh.
I guessed Bad Hair Day.
Nope, Bad Hair Day was where Amish Paradise is from.
Oh.
But not The Saga Begins. Thank God I got it right, says Holly Goody. Let's see who else got it right. 7 of you did, so I'm curious to see how much of an upset it is on the leaderboard. Let's find out.
Oh,
Pretty big. Pineapple's off the board. Doofus Clon in fourth. Batham Alice, who bought Bad Hair Day as her first album, is in fifth. It's a great album. I mean, all Weird Al albums are pretty good. But
And Single Facts Run.
Single Facts Run in third. Yeah, I agreed though, JD Smith, Digi Artist. I feel very good that Weird Al has not let us down yet. Weird Al is my childhood fave that is still a fave. Great fave
Yep.
still. Let's go to question number 10. We're almost halfway done. Matt Berry plays a vampire named Laszlo Cravensworth in a TV adaptation of which Taika Waititi film? Is that Shadowhunters, The Strain, What We Do in the Shadows, and Hunt for the Wilder Vampires? Only one of these is the correct answer. Seen here is a vampire cat. This is not
Very cute.
This is not Gatsby. Gatsby's
Nope.
right here. It is an orange
Cute
cat though.
face. Look
See?
at his cute face. Look at it.
I would say no, I am not the Zodiac Killer. I don't think Weird Al has any truly bad albums. Oh, but 9 of you got it right. The correct answer, I'll put it back on Gatsby. 9 of you got it right. The correct answer is, of course, What We Do in the Shadows. 9 of you, I say, really all of you got it right. Look at my hand gesticulating as we go to the leaderboard. to the, okay, well, that's not working.
To the leaderboard.
To the leaderboard.
To the leaderboard.
Remains pretty static, which makes sense because everyone got it right. So you would have had to have answered a lot quicker than someone else to overtake them in the rankings. Let's see if that uniformity of correctness continues. In question number 11. Who directed 1987's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? Was that Chris Columbus, John Hughes, John Landis, or Optimus Prime?
Ooh, I don't know. I guessed one that I hope isn't true.
We froze, apparently, but 4 of you got it right.
Goodness.
Were you worried it was Optimus Prime?
I was worried it was John Landis.
No, it's not John Landis. It's John Hughes, who also directed Ferris Bueller's Day Off and lots of other movies. But yes, also congratulations to I Am Not the Zodiac Killer on being vindicated and proven, in fact, to not be the Zodiac Killer today. It's a big day.
Big day.
Big day for you. I'm not the Zodiac Killer. Holly Goody got the wrong John. That's why I put Landis. That was me being tricksy.
Yep.
Let's go to leaderboard to see who fell for my little trick.
Me. I fell for it.
Oh, Emoji did, which was Holly Goody, as Holly Goody said, but Single Facts Run didn't, and now is up in second place. And Pam also got it right. And Pam still has aced every single question so far. Curious to see. Oh, yeah. If this continues, in our next question, Emily, turn around so you can answer. When George R.R. Martin took over the George Lucas talk show, who was his co-host? Was that Jake Sully, the Night King, Viserion the Dragon, or J.R.R. Tolkien? Seen here is the Iron Throne, the symbol of monarchy.
I think I got it wrong, but I
Well,
might have gotten it right.
We'll see if you did. This was
Because I remember.
part
Right,
of
that's
the
what
16...
I thought. J.D. Smith did
So I'll say that
that's what I guessed.
this was part of the 1600 pen marathon stream. So it was a while ago now, and it was pretty deep into the stream. So It's understandable if you don't remember from...
So are you basically telling me I'm wrong?
I'm not telling you you're right or wrong. I'm just saying it for people out there who are feeling nervous about answering. I'm just saying, it's all I'm saying. I think, oh yeah. Well, Horde thinks it's Viseron.
Viseron.
And it is Viseron.
No! I was so wrong.
What did you say?
I said Jake
Sully?
Sully.
Nope, it's Viserion. The Night King is another George R.R. Martin character. That was the. But Jake Sully.
I thought.
But
maybe,
Jake Sully did appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the trick. Is that Jake Sully did take over Watto's spot as one of Watto's many blue roommates. But let's see who. Oh, zoom in on Gatsby as we see
Look how
who's on the
cute he
leaderboard.
is.
Let's
This
do
needs
this.
to be clear. This part, right? Because look, you know there's like a cute little face right here.
Doofus Clown up into third place.
Yeah.
Rest of the leaderboard seems static, but Pam still has the highest answer streak of 12 in a row. Pam's perfect game
Pam's
continues.
perfect game.
And here is a screenshot of Viserion and George R.R. Martin.
Wow. Incredible.
But let's look back at the cat as we go to our next question. Question number 14. Sorry, 13. In 1987, Steve Martin wrote and starred in which retelling of Cyrano de Bergerac?
Oh.
Is that Radio Days, Roxanne, The Secret of My Success, or Teen Wolf 2?
Ooh.
These are all 1987 movies.
Oh, I was right.
And if you got it right, the answer is Roxanne, and his co-star in the movie was Daryl Hannah. Yep, you were right. J.D. Smith, digi-artist, Single Walk Run, was unfortunately distracted. I don't know what by. Either by great things happening on set or by this very cute cat. And Holly Goody got it. So let's go to leaderboard. Did Pam's streak continue? Yes, it did. And Doofus Clown is now in second. Single Facts Run in third while watching hockey. Holly in fourth. And Bafo Malice in fifth. Pam's streak continues. Let's see if it keeps going strong, just like this cat's adorable cuteness. As we go to our next question. Who hosted the Booty Shake Hour on the Chris Gethard Show?
Oh, no.
Is that Beast Masturbator, Beau Montez, Horse, or Vampire Abraham Lincoln Hunter? Seen here are peaches, which look like butts.
I guessed with my heart.
You guessed with your heart?
Yeah, rather than my brain.
Okay.
I guessed with my heart.
Well, you know.
Do you want to know what I guessed? Vampire Abraham Lincoln Hunter.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were
wrong.
The correct answer was Beau Montez, who looks suspiciously like Murph. King Kalon just watched this episode and fell asleep. But I guess we'll see if they got it wrong.
It's important
We
to
go to
get
the leaderboard.
sleep.
They didn't. They didn't get it wrong. They got it right. A Jazz Fats in Montgomery hopes they never learn who or what Beast Masturbator is.
Oh, friend. Oh, friend.
Beautiful City
friend.
said Vampire Abraham Lincoln Hunter. And yeah, Beau Montez is the alter ego. Exactly. I see. That makes sense. That was the trick, is Murph wasn't the host. It was just Beau Montez, who looks and sounds suspiciously like Murph.
Wow. How suspicious.
I think you do want to know who the Beast Masturbator is.
Oh,
and
you
want to
do.
know all about Beast Masturbator, but
You need to know about the Beast Masturbator.
I think let's go to the next question.
Beast Masturbator is real.
The Three
Beast
Stooges often
Masturbator
used
is
which
real.
language in place of gibberish in their shorts? Was that Esperanto, Pig Latin, Yiddish, or the programming language C?
I thought there was a mistake and it just wasn't loading on
Nope.
mine.
It's the programming language C.
I'm like, see what?
Do they compile code in their shorts? Is it C++?
Is it C++?
No, it's Yiddish. The
It's
Three Stooges were all
Yiddish!
Jewish, and their short, You Nazi Spy, was the first Hollywood film to spoof Hitler.
Ah.
It was released 9 months before Charlie Chaplin's more famous The Great Dictator. I
Hell
think
yeah.
it's a fun fact about the Stooges.
Them Stooges.
Whoop! Them Stooges. Whoop! Woo! Let's see who is clumsily falling off the leaderboard, like the Three Stooges.
No
one. And Pam's streak is continuing.
God is real. God is real.
I was too hung up on people not knowing that God is real.
God is real.
I love the Beast Masturbator. Much like I love the show that is the subject of our next question.
I'm personally on the front lines for Sprite.
On the Chris Gethard show, John Hodgman read a poem by whom, while costume versions of said poet slam dunked behind him. Did John Hodgman read an Emily Dickinson poem while Emily Dickinson slam dunked behind him? An Edgar Allan Poe while Edgar Allan Poe slam dunked behind him? A Walt Whitman did he read Walt Whitman while Walt Whitman slammed behind him? Or while Poetronic the poetry robot slammed behind him? I agree also with CBC 9000 that more people should know about Zero Fucks Boyd.
Yes.
Who looks suspiciously like Joe Pera, who talks with me.
Super suspicious.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I got it right.
That's right. It was Walt Whitman, specifically John Hodgman, read "Oh Captain, My Captain,"
Oh.
while the flying John Hodgmans slam dunked behind him.
Is that the one that talks about being the master of your ship and the
Yeah,
captain
Joe
of
talks
your
with
soul?
me too. I don't know.
I know that one is by a very famous poet, but my grandmother, by still pretty far from the end of her life, had decided at that point that she had written that poem.
So here's the fun fact. I know nothing about that poem beyond the fact that I guess it was in Dead Poets Society, just through osmosis, and that Hodgman read it. I don't remember the content of it. I think I got so distracted by the flying Walt Whitmans behind him that I just...
It is? She also came to believe that she wrote, I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree. Which I'm pretty sure is Jack London or something.
Sorry, I got distracted by King Klon's comment. What were you saying about Jack London?
My grandmother came to believe that she had written that poem.
Oh.
That extremely famous poem.
You talking about Howl?
No, I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not by Emily Dickinson. I have many favorite poems by Emily Dickinson.
There's a bar.
Do you want to hear it?
There's a bar Jack London loved that you can still see in Oakland.
Do you want to hear
It's a
my
log
favorite
cabin.
poem?
Yeah.
Apology for her, be rendered by the bee. Herself without a parliament. Apology for me. I just love reading it. It's basically like, fuck you and your fake apologies, bitch.
It's good. Oh, also Molly Shannon played Emily Dickinson in a movie and was very good.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good.
Wild Nights with
Yeah.
Emily. It's so good. It's a really, really fun and funny and joyful movie. And it talks about how she and her brother's wife were super, super in gay love with each other. And it's beautiful. They were.
I'm not. No, I agree. I'm
They
not.
were. And later people
Yeah.
covered it
No,
the
people
fuck
covered it up
because they
because-
wanted to sell her
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. No, it's super messed up. My look was not that. My look was that I was just going to try to segue from, you know what else was beautiful? The leaderboard. Where Baphomalis is in fourth. Oh, and it looks like Pam made a mistake because now Jazz has the highest answer streak of 3.
And Holly Goody might have
Oh.
knocked herself out of the ring.
King Klon says the Haley Steinfeld Emily Dickinson show is good if you like teen lesbian love stories.
Hell yeah.
Polythene
Hell
Pam
yeah.
missed one now.
She was also not like a crazy neurotic person.
No, that's a
Like
myth.
they later came to say that she was. It's all just more bullshit to try and sell her beautiful poems because no one would take it from a fucking lesbian who liked to bake.
It sounds like people.
Sounds like fucking people,
Yeah.
don't it?
Yeah. You know what I hope they will take? The next question. Which GLTS guest wrote a biography of George Lucas? Was that Brian J. Jones, Chris Taylor, Dave Pollock, or R2-D2?
I'm gonna vote with my heart.
Seen here is a book. 8 of you got it right, so I think literally everyone except for Emily.
I voted with my heart.
It was Brian J. Jones.
Right, it was obviously R2D2.
He has like a little arm.
He
Or I don't.
Yeah, he could. He has that
Hey.
little like that he could probably.
R2D2 was on the
Good point,
show.
Horde. Really?
When Don Beast from ILM was on, and R2 was hanging out in his office.
Oh.
But he was. I guess that doesn't make R2 a booked guest though. R2 wasn't a booked guest on the promos or anything, but R2 did appear. R2 cameoed, so Horde is technically right. And but R2 was on this past week. But that's the thing, like Horde's correct. R2 wasn't a guest. R2 cameoed. That's like saying, if someone walks by in the background,
Gotta keep that.
I gotta
canon,
keep that
Forrest.
canon. And
Gotta keep. That
I was
canon.
just I've had some errors on the show recently in my trivia questions. I was just glad I had something I knew I remembered 100% correctly.
You know what I just realized?
What?
There's no sternum on this.
Oh,
they
yeah.
cut this person's ribs so that you could see like the spine. There should be a sternum here. I was like looking at it for the first time being like, why do these ribs look wrong?
Cut my ribs into pieces, made it into a shirt. Leaderboard.
You know what I was gonna finish that with?
Do I want to know?
am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. And then I'm like, that's an
So a whole
entirely
different
different
song.
song.
But Jazz has the highest answer streak of 4 and is now in 5th place.
As a child, my friends, I came up with an alternate version of that about keeping one's clothes on to shout at people on the ski gondola as we went up the gondola to ski. Just screaming at the humans across the way.
Out. That was good, Mike. And that was also good, Emily.
I was just like, we are getting so cold. And they're just like, oh my god, why do they allow children on these fucking slopes unaccompanied? Fair enough. I injured myself.
Speaking of time, let's go to the next question. Oh yes, Emily does sound like a fun teen yelling at people.
Yo, I was a child.
But speaking of time, what year did Beautiful Anonymous start in? Is that 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018? Beautiful Anonymous, of course, is guest podcast where people anonymously call in for 1 hour, no holds barred.
I said 2017, and I have no idea if I am correct.
Seen Here is a podcast.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I've listened to many episodes.
Yeah, and this is the
but-
podcast, not the video version that
I
was
haven't
briefly
seen
available.
that.
Yeah, Kesha's favorite podcast, exactly. Kesha shouted it out in an article.
So cool.
I agree.
Fuck yeah, Kesha.
I would love if Kesha,
Right?
if I ever
Kesha!
heard Kesha was
Kesha!
watching Planet Scum or Us.
Kesha, if you're here, you fucking rule. We love you.
Yeah, that's about
all I
it.
have to
That's
say.
all that's
love
what we
you.
have to say.
We wanna be able to hear your music
Absolutely.
soon and continually.
It started in 2016 as 4 of You Knew.
Damn.
And it released its 250th episode in early 2021.
Look, it's a cat. I don't know why he's sitting up so that he can roll himself back up. This great donut cat.
Great donut cat.
We need to like suspend. Oh god. I built, and it's still on the ceiling, like a hammock to suspend a phone above
Right.
a table so that I could like show off tarot things.
Just-
And it's still hanging on the ceiling, like all tied up. We should move it over here, and
We have to just build a new one from scratch to
there's
suspend
plenty
him.
of hooks.
No, I meant a new suspension system so that it has enough to hold him up because he's heavier than the phone.
There are a lot of random hooks in this ceiling.
That's because we used to hang all our lights from the ceiling before we had stands. And whenever we needed a new light position, we would just shove a hook in there. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of spackle will be involved whenever we fix this ceiling. So let's go to the leaderboard.
Hell yeah.
Pam!
Pam!
Once again got it right. Doofus Klon has the high, well, I was going to say highest answer streak, but that's not what it says. It says They're
3
back
in
in
a
the game
row.
with 3 in a row. Someone else could have a higher streak. It's unclear.
I'm guessing it's Pam.
No, Pam got one wrong. So it can't be Pam. Pretty shocking twist there. Also, our next question is our penultimate question, so...
What about our Pen 15 question?
I should do more Pen 15 questions. That's a good point.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Part of it. I've seen an episode or two. Yeah. It was very good.
Where?
At our friend's house.
When?
I think you were there.
Was I there? I'm like, wait, when have we been not
No, I think you were there.
together in this house for the
Yeah.
past how many
it was like
years?
2019. But let's go to the leaderboard. Let's go to the next question, our penultimate question. What is the name of Carmen Christopher's 2021 comedy special, which is currently available to watch on Peacock?
Really?
Is it Acts of Random Comedy, Hi, I'm the Weird Guy, Street Special, or Where in New York is Carmen Christopher?
Is this? Oh, I can't ask.
What are you going to ask me?
Follow-ups. I can't ask follow-ups.
You can ask follow-ups.
Well, because I know that Hi, I'm the Weird Guy is something that is one of his shows, but I don't know if that one's available to watch on Peacock.
I'm not going to tell you the answer, but you can ask follow-ups.
Because I know he also did like a street special thing, but I'm trying to think. I'm like, well, how long would it take for him to create a new special? Like,
You can
is it
ask.
Hi, I'm the Weird Guy, which of course he toured around and then put on Peacock?
Peacock.
Peacock!
Back in my day, we watched Peacock.
But I could see him being like, yo, street special was funny as fuck. Like, let's just print and ship it.
I'm not going to tell you the answer until
Street
right
Special.
now. It's Street Special.
Oh my god, I got it right!
Yeah, the answer is Street Special because he just walked up to random New Yorkers and just did comedy. Oh yeah, also as Carmen revealed today on Twitter, while Instagram was down, he hit 2.1 million followers.
Hell yeah. Right, JD Smith Digital Artist? I thought it might be I'm the Weird Guy. Because
that is a real show he did.
don't, like, put out a special. That's, like, something that they just kind of, like, put together, like, and did and were able to repeat and repeat and repeat, you know?
I miss CISO.
I think that that's what's hellish sick about
CISO, I got it.
about Street Special.
What?
Well, that, you
That
know,
he
it's
did.
a special,
Yeah.
but it's him going out
Yeah.
into the street to just do stand-up at
No, I really
people.
like
it's
it.
not the
It's-
kind of thing that you can, you know, perfect in a club.
No.
And in many clubs, which is, like, all of the specials. Like, they're great. Like, that's good.
But that's just
No dunk
yeah.
on that.
It's just
But
more of an
I think
experimental
that
take.
That's hella fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's also like
And I'm glad it's streaming.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Past 2 WWE pay-per-views aired on Peacock and
Wow.
glitched out during big matches. That's the one time they
That's
shouldn't.
really bad.
It's the one time they shouldn't have problems. Just like our leaderboard shouldn't have problems. Oh, Pam
What
didn't get it
sounds
right.
Not special? I hope you're not saying that sick-ass comedy street special
Well, we're gonna
wasn't
actually
special. 'Cause
speaking
I
of
think it's very special and cool and experimental.
We're gonna watch
Hell
the trailer.
yeah! He needs to examine his budgets. Give him money!
I don't really care because comedy is just my hobby and sales is my passion. Sales, getting the numbers in the green.
I just love that guy who nodded.
My name is Carmen Christopher, and I'm a comedian.
And I'm actually excited to announce that I've never been depressed.
The pandemic hit, and comedy venues have closed, but I think people still want to laugh. I'm going to take my best material, and I'm going to do it on the streets of New York City, unsolicited, for people who do not even see it coming.
Hey guys, my parents are getting divorced. Psych, they got divorced 2 years ago. Let's party.
Hell yeah!
can't not watch
Hell
Peacock.
yeah! Someone better give him some fucking bucks for this so he can do it in countries all over the world.
I would love that. I love the idea of a street special that's just street special all across these streets.
Street performance. You know what though? That makes me think in I mean, in a lot of places. In the Santa Monica, along the one of the long streets in LA, you just sort of rent out like a slot of the sidewalk. Performers do.
Oh.
So, there's musicians. It's like literally like
I didn't know that's how that
15
worked.
feet.
I didn't know they were rented out. That's interesting.
Or like you book it, sort of.
I assumed that people just sort of showed up, and if it was open, they went there. I didn't realize it was booked out. That's so cool.
And so, musicians and all sorts of people will book it. I love the idea of like a stand-up booking one.
Yes.
Just to do stand-up like in this one slot, and it'd be really funny if they just kept doing the same 5 minutes.
That'd be really good.
It's like rolling. And then like by the end of like 3 hours, they're just like
I love that idea. I love it. That's like the whole.
I bet
that's such a Gethard idea, though. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised, but it's such a Gethard idea. But now that we've watched the Street Special trailer, it's time for our final question. Are you ready for our final question, Emily?
I think it's pretty fucking special.
I think it's
I'm
very
gonna be
special.
real.
I think it's very
It's
special.
pretty fucking special.
But let's go to our final question.
Videotape performance. That's also an extremely funny
This is a
name
double
for
point,
special.
Emily. This is a double point and a multi-select question, so you're gonna want to answer it. On episode 7 of Planet Scum Live, Chris Gethard was joined by which musicians? Chris Farron, Jeff Rosenstock, Mal Blum, and/or Mike Park.
I know.
Which of these musicians have appeared as guests on Planet Scum Live on episode 7?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I got it right.
It was promoted on an
because we did research about this one, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, because I know about Chris Farron, and
This
I'm
is
like,
cruel.
if I know.
This is cruel to make it a 2x multi-select. So when I wrote this, it was more relevant to, because it was
2 weeks ago.
No, because the episode 6 had just aired on Saturday Night Live, where they promoted who was coming on the next week. So that's another way you could know it, is either remembering it when it happened or having seen that recent Saturday Night Live. But also, it's supposed to be a hard one, so it's a hard one. But
I was right!
It's Chris Farron and Jeff Rosenstock, who, of course, wrote the song that appears every week in the Planet Scum recap, Your Throat. Let's go to our podium and see what
I'm not on the podium.
has happened in this game. In third place with 15 out of 20 correct, it's Single Facts Run.
Woo!
In second place is 16 out of 20 correct, it's Doofus Clon. And in first place with 17 out of 20 correct, it is Pam! And in fourth, it's Pineapple. And in fifth, it's Baphomet Malice.
Baphomet Malice!
Congratulations! That's interesting if that's what you chose and it still got marked wrong. Weird.
That is interesting.
King Klon, not mad at all. Not steaming. Not mad at all. Not steaming. I couldn't accuse them of being so mad.
Couldn't accuse him.
I couldn't accuse him of being so mad. Yeah, we just froze again.
Are we back? Well, we gotta talk about Scum Gala.
Yeah. Hopefully the show comes back before tonight, because Twitch is unstable.
Right? Check out, if we don't come back, check out.
We're back.
We're back!
We're back. We're back.
Scum Gala! Scum Gala! Before they shut us down, Scum Gala this
Check
Friday!
out the Scum
This
Gala
Friday.
this Friday.
At, what, 5 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific?
At 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern
it's
at
gonna be fucking
twitch.tv/Malice City.
It's run by Alice and Mary. Get your costumes together. Oh, it's gonna be fucking rad.
You did not win $7,000.
And apparently even more special
Also,
shit is happening. Y'all want to be involved in this shit.
There is some
you
stuff
all
coming,
wanna
so you want to be involved with the community and watch this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Malice City. Malice City.
And then 4 hours after that, you're gonna want to check out Radio Free Multiverse. That's right, it's Grand Trivia with an evil fish and some other weird bullshit. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got oh my god, but we gotta talk about the Scum Gala!
You know what's gonna be fun?
What?
When this episode is done and it's one part that's like almost an hour and a half and one part that's a minute, 2 minutes and a half at most. That's just us plugging.
I got in the top 5 and it just says Learning Unleashed.
Learning Unleashed.
It's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, this is not an off-leash zone.
No.
For learning. There's a learning park over there where your learning can be off leash, but for everyone's safety, this is an on leash.
Yeah, on leash learning area. An on leash learning annex. Oh yeah, also what makes the fish evil?
What
Capitalist?
makes that fish evil?
Because the cards earlier.
I mean,
so those cards were predicting the fish.
They were predicting
That'll be
the fish.
Joining you this Friday.
Yes.
And Single Walk Run wants us to try to make 3:09, 3 minutes and 9 seconds, which is 2 minutes and 69 seconds. We can try.
We can try. What's
My
that?
heart out's after that. We
2
got
more minutes?
No, like it's gonna be real hard to time it right. Because we're about 30 seconds out. We are now
30?
exactly 30 seconds out from
29,
269.
28.
27.
27. 26.
Also, join us after Planet Scum
25,
Live for the Planet Scum
24,
Live or Planet Scum After
23,
Party, where we will do comedy,
22,
give out points, and just
21,
celebrate Mail-in Facts
19,
Week, which is happening
20,
later tonight
19,
on Planet
18,
Scum Live.
17,
So be there,
16,
and there's also, you gotta believe,
15,
there's a lot of banter
14,
there on
13,
the